You clicked on this video because you want me to tell you how to get that girl to like you back. Maybe she's leaving you on red, or she's taking forever to reply, or when you ask her to go out for a date, she doesn't really want to go out with you. But you want to know what the secret is to get that girl to like you back when she's not showing high interest. It is to actually just destroy that mindset. To stop chasing after the girl who doesn't really want you. Because really think about it. What are you saying to yourself when you do this? You're telling yourself, I want a girl who doesn't really want me back. Doesn't that just like sound freaking stupid? Yeah, I want to be with a girl who doesn't really want me. Like, does that show that you respect yourself? Does that show that you care about how you feel? No, that tells yourself that I want to settle for someone who doesn't really want to be with me. Chances are you're also watching this video because you want a girlfriend one day. Think about your future self. Do you want to feel like you settled with a girl who doesn't really want to be with you? Who wasn't actually showing high interest in you? No, of course you don't want that. You would much rather want to be with a girl who actually has high interest, who actually puts in a lot of effort for you. So now you're like, okay, well, how do I actually do this? Well, step one is to destroy the scarcity mindset. Stop telling yourself when you go on a date that like, oh yeah, like I have to have this girl, or oh yeah, oh it has to work out. Like, oh, if she doesn't like me back, I'm gonna be completely crushed. Well, why would you go into things with that mindset? Like, in what scenario in life does having a scarcity mindset actually benefit you? Because I can't think of one. I can't think of any reason why chasing after a girl who doesn't want you would benefit you. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and it's gonna also waste your money. So why chase after the girl who doesn't want you when you could instead go for the girl who actually does want you? So when you go and approach a girl, instead of telling yourself like, oh yeah, I really hope she likes me back, say to yourself that I'm gonna be my best self, and if she likes me for who I am, that's great. When you go on a date, instead of always telling yourself like, oh, things have to work out or I'll be crushed, just say to yourself that, you know what, I'm gonna be my best self, and if things work out, great. But if not, I'll be completely fine. Because the guy who has a carefree mindset, the guy who has an abundance mindset is always going to be more confident than the guy who doesn't. And like, don't get this wrong. I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about the girl. Of course, you should be a gentleman. You should show her that you care for her. You should be your best self. But you also shouldn't like put yourself in a position where you're trying to impress a girl who doesn't want you. You shouldn't care so much about the outcomes, is what I'm trying to say. So destroy the scarcity mindset and have an abundance mindset. Step two is actually to focus on bettering yourself. Because bro, you want to know a harsh truth? You attract the type of person that you are. This means that if you're struggling with your dating life, it's probably because you are struggling yourself. You are not where you need to be as a man. There could be a lot of different reasons for this. Maybe you're not in good shape. You know, you're not externally the person you need to be. Maybe it's also because you're not mentally the person you need to be. You don't have the mental strength that a woman is looking for in a man. You don't have the right traits that she's looking for. So it's up to you as a man to figure out like, what's holding me back in my dating life? Maybe like I'm not taking care of myself. Because for so long, like, I wondered, why am I struggling with my dating life? But I looked at myself and it was like, well, I'm not in good shape. I'm kind of skinny fat. And I also, like, just play video games all day. I don't do anything productive. Like, so why would a girl want to be with a guy like that? Why would a girl want to be with a guy who can't even take care of himself? Because women want a leader. They want a man who can take life by the balls. Sorry, that sounded kind of weird. But she wants a man who can take ownership over his life and can actually like show that he can lead himself and lead a relationship. So that all starts with you first becoming your best self. Go to the gym, eat clean, instead of wasting all your time on instant gratification activities like video games and watching Netflix and drinking all the time. Focus on doing things that better yourself. Focus on doing things that help level yourself up. And now someone's gonna be like, oh, he said you can't ever have fun. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't ever have fun. Yeah, you can still go out and get a burger every now and then with your friends. You can still go out and have some fun every now and then. But don't so often do these instant gratification habits that give you no benefit. Don't be the guy who drinks every single weekend. Don't be the guy who plays video games every single day for hours. Don't be the guy who eats McDonald's like 3 times a week like I used to do back when I was in high school. Be the guy who on a day-to-day basis does the right habits, does the right things, and is focused on leveling up. And then when you want to like go out with your friends every now and then, completely fine. When you go on a date and you want to get an ice cream, completely fine. But be the guy who on a day-to-day basis is focused on doing the right things. Step 3 is to be proactive. Now, some people might think that when I say like wait for the right girl or choose the right girl, like don't chase a girl who doesn't want you, that I'm saying you should just sit around and wait for a girl to come talk to you. Like, that's not what I'm saying, bro. You still have to be proactive about it. You still have to actually like put in effort. You have to be the guy who goes and approaches the girl, who goes and talks to the girl, who's willing to go through failure, who's willing to go through rejection, because you can't just also just like sit around and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the right girl. Like it doesn't work like that. Step 4 is to let her win you over. When you go on a date, instead of always telling yourself like, how can I impress her? How can I get her to like me back? Also think to yourself, what can she do to impress me? How can she win me over? Because the reality is, and this is a bit of a harsh truth about dating, is that there's a lot of low quality people, both men and women. I'm not saying this is just a thing about women, both men and women. A lot of people are low quality and not ready for a relationship. So the last thing you want to do is see like a bunch of red flags and overlook them. The last thing you want to do is be the guy who's like just choosing the wrong girl. So instead of going on a date and focusing on trying to impress the girl, also think to yourself, how can she win me over? How can she impress me? Because this puts yourself in the position as a man where you view yourself as a prize, where you view yourself as a catch. And that's actually one of the biggest keys to being confident. There's nothing that will make you more confident than being the guy who's letting the girl win him over. Nothing will make you more confident going on a date or going about your dating life when instead of always trying to impress girls and trying to like win her over, you're focused on her winning you over. You're thinking to yourself, how can she impress me? And that also comes with setting extremely high standards. If a girl is not meeting what you want, let her go. If she's not treating you the way that you want to be treated, let her go. Don't have this mindset that, I need to have the girl or I need to impress her. Let her win you over as well. And step 5, bro, is just to be patient. To be completely honest with you, you're gonna have to go through a lot of rejections to find the right girl. You're gonna have to go on a lot of awkward dates to find the girl who you actually vibe with. Like, if I really think about it, the amount of times I've like gone on a date or I've talked to a girl and it actually worked out, the percentage is extremely low. Like, I have a girlfriend now, but the amount of like awkward first dates and like just bad like awkward dating moments is extremely high. Like, it's probably out of all the girls that you're going to talk to as a man, or all the girls you're going to approach, or all the girls that you're going to go on a date with, probably less than 3 or 5% of them are going to work out. So you have to like know that going into things. You have to know that like the odds that you're going to vibe with a girl and it's going to work out are actually very low. And you actually have to wait for the right one. So don't beat yourself up because you're not finding a girlfriend, or don't, feel bad about things because things aren't working out and you feel lonely. Instead of feeling lonely and, always feeling like you need to have a girlfriend, be the guy who's comfortable with being alone, who's fine with being himself, and then actually wait for the right girl. Be patient, because being patient and waiting for the right girl who actually meets your standards and making that girl your girlfriend is so much better than settling for a girl who doesn't meet your standards, who has a bunch of red flags. Like, if there is one thing that will completely destroy your dating life, it's choosing the wrong girl. It's settling for a girl who doesn't meet your standards. But also, making the right girl your girlfriend who does meet your standards can be the best decision you make. A relationship can either be the thing that destroys you or the thing that propels you to be your better self. So, that's why as a man, it's so important that you actually wait for the right girl and you don't settle for the wrong one. So bro, just follow those steps and I guarantee you will find the right girl. And if you're struggling with your dating life, if you're, not like really finding the person that you want to be with, just focus on becoming your best self and wait for the right girl. If you found this video helped you, be sure to click the like and subscribe button and also turn on the post notifications so you can see more videos like these. I'll see you for the next video, bro.